Yo, this is hilarious, man.
Ready to dive in and see exactly how Mint Authentication determines the grade on your favorite cards? Let's take a look. Our journey begins with the most important step, authentication. We have to confirm that your card is 100% genuine. Once that authenticity is verified, we move straight into the heart of our system, what we call our 4-score grading system. This system breaks down your card's condition into 4 distinct categories: corners, edges, centering, and surface. Here's how it works. Every single card starts with a perfect 400 points. That's 100 points allotted for each of those 4 categories. Next, a grading specialist steps in. They carefully evaluate each category, and here's the key. They deduct points for any imperfections they find. The more severe or impactful a flaw is, and where it is located on the card, the more points are deducted. They always keep that crucial eye appeal in mind. All those category scores are then added up, and that final total instantly calculates your card's grade using our simple and trusted 10-point grading scale. Once that grade is locked in, your card is securely encapsulated. The front of the label proudly displays all the essential details, including the grade and the unique certification number. Flip it over, and you'll find the detailed subgrades as well as a handy QR code you can scan right on our app. And of course, transparency is everything. Once your card is encapsulated, all that grading information, including the specific grader's notes and a scanned image of your card, is available instantly on our website or our mobile app. One quick note from our specialists. We only document and notate flaws that resulted in a deduction of 10 points or more within that 4-score system. I truly hope you found this breakdown helpful. We believe you'll see the incredible value and peace of mind you get when you choose to grade your collection with Mint Authentication.
Just packaging up some cards to get graded. Got some Maddie in there. I got some Angel Reese. Of course, we got some Caitlin Clark and Tarasi, the WNBA logo lady. She was actually really good. One of my brother's favorites. Definitely one of my favorites. Number now 25, so I'm gonna get that graded. That's some of the basketball for WNBA. Got these nice autos. On-card auto. Pretty awesome. And I'm also going to send a nice on-card auto piece of wood. Jason Kidd, Kenyon Martin, Shaq, on-card auto, rookie card. Shaq Jambalaya. Shaq Holy Grail Beam Team rookie. Tim Duncan rookie auto. Jambalaya Tim Duncan. Kobe Bryant on-card auto. One of his hardest rookies to find. Should be one of the highest rookies, but definitely hard to find when you can get it. It's expensive, but it should be way more expensive than what it is. Michael Jordan 84 rookie. Another Jordan. Just a couple selections of Jordan, some of my favorites. Nothing much, but they would be really cool graded. But that's my basketball.
Hello?
Welcome everybody to Big Sky Entertainment, and today is video reveal day on my grading I did with Mint Authentication. I was reached out and asked, hey, if you want to send a few cards to get graded, that would be cool, and guess what I did? Decided to go ahead and do it. Now, I've mainly did this because I've never graded really honestly with anybody, trust issues. I've been a huge fan of Beckett. Beckett's always been my favorite. I remember when they first came out in the Beckett magazines showing the graded cards, and I was like, what the heck is this stuff? What's the big deal about grading, you know? And turned into something pretty big as we know it nowadays. So never really was a huge fan of PSA. I think their presentation's ugly. That's my brutal, honest opinion. I'm not in it for the big dollars, so if you're a fan, I get it. But if you're in it for the money, that's what most people go is PSA. I am a huge fan of Beckett, and that's where it's going to be hard to beat. With Mint Authentication, had got my eye. I saw some samples and I was intrigued. And so I decided, you know what, let's do it. You know, I'm going to grade some cards. And I showed you guys what ones I wanted to do. They're my personal collection. And we're going to go ahead and show you the 3 little stacks I do got for basketball. And I'm just going to unravel them and get them prepped, and I'll be right back. And I will not look at the grade so I could show you guys an honest grade reveal. So stay tuned.
Today, the Chicago Bulls pick Michael Jordan of the University of North Carolina.
Okay, I'm back, and it's time to start with the reveal. I tried not to look, but it was kind of hard because with this video I was trying to do it by player. So we're going to go ahead and start with the GOAT himself, Michael Jordan. I think these cards are pretty popping, honestly. Don't know what else to say, but crystal clear, makes the card pop. I really like the presentation to it, and I don't know, it's pretty neat looking. And this one graded a 9, which I'm okay with. I have several of these cards, and I wanted to send one and see if I can get a good grade. And I like the grading system on the back. It shows you why you got the grade. You can also go online or on the app and scan in that number, and it'll tell you information and tell you a little small like inscription or a little bit of a story, like super 2 sentences long, maybe at most. Depending on the condition of your card, it'll tell you why and where the issue is. So I think that's pretty neat, honestly. And that is a pretty decent grade in my opinion. And then the next one was one of my favorites when I was growing up, Michael Jordan Skybox. This one's just the salutes base, but it's cool. I think this set's actually just pretty cool in general, and it got a 10, so I'm okay with that. That's the reason why I got the grade on there. I think that's cool. I had to do a couple Michael Jordans because he's the GOAT, and you know, I've got a good collection of them, and I decided, you know, I'm going to throw a couple Jordans in there. He's definitely my GOAT. Kobe Bryant as well. And they were 2 most fun people to watch in the NBA. I just like their basketball style more than anything. So if you compare it like LeBron, he's 33 on my list if I was to compare to 3 anyways. That's just my opinion. And this one turned out as a 10 as well, and pretty cool. That's the reason why I got the 10, and it's almost a perfect card for an old card like that. It's pretty awesome. Really enjoyed Michael Jordan's in the 90s. There's kind of a bit like Tom Brady, you know, in 2000s and stuff like that. He was kind of a player you hated, but you root for because so many people liked him. This is the Fleer, 1990. I also got the 10. All in all, I really like the presentation, the way it looks. That's the reason why I got the score. They are in these nice plastic protectors. I've left them in there just because I don't want no scratches on these. These are like really nice looking cards. I may show a couple just so you can see what they look like when they pop out. So until then, we'll just keep going the way it is. They're in person, they just pop. That's all I can say. They just pop. This one graded 9.5, which is pretty good because these cards are hard to grade as it is. Pretty nice looking card. It's one of my favorite cards of him. Kind of looks like he's just taking a little breather before he scores 30 points before halftime type of deal. So that's the reason why I got the score. It's a nice looking card. It's always nice to get the Members' Choice card graded, so had to do it. And this one, I know it wasn't going to grade a perfect 10 by any means, but it is one of my favorite cards, just the way it looks and things. And it's an 89 Fleer, so we got that. Its centering's very noticeable. We got an 8.5, and I'm okay with that. I just really wanted to protect this card more than anything, just because when you were a kid, pulling the Michael Jordan out pack cards was a big deal. So that was one of them. Last but not least, this one is a 84 United States basketball team card from Missing Link. The rookie card. I know it's not the most sought after rookie, but I wanted to protect this card. I really like this card. It's old, it's cool, and it graded an 8, which you can totally tell the centering is off border. It does have the pink back, which is cool, and then of course that's the grade. You can also scan this little QR code if you want to just scan it, and tells you information that way as well, and going to their website or app. I really like the app. I really like how easy it is to use, because I was kind of scrolling on there with his inventory, and I saw a card on there was like a perfect 100. So we got a perfect 400 score on this card, and it's just like sparkling diamonds and stuff in the little link. I think that was cool. Kind of shows you that you got a good card and things. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So that was my Michael Jordan PSA. Any other way doesn't do justice compared to this Mint Authentication. It's night and day, and I'll show you the comparison at the end of this reveal.
With the first pick in the 1992 NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic selects Shaquille O'Neal from Louisiana State University.
And next, one of my childhood favorite basketball players of all time. He was most entertaining to me. He was a movie star. He rapped. He was just an awesome basketball player. And to get this card graded means a lot to me. I'll leave this alone for now, and I'll tell the story later, what this card means to me. I'm just here to reveal what it is. But this card, when you take the cover off of it, the signature pops. I mean, it doesn't do any justice compared to what it is in person and then the camera. And this card got a 9 and a 10 auto, so I'm pretty happy with that. I am making a part 2 to Shaq, and I'm probably going to tell you the story behind this card then, so stay tuned for that. That might be a while. I know it's been about a year since I've been trying to want to make a Shaq part 2 collection, but this will be back in the collection to share a story why I got this graded. So it got a 9. I'm happy with that. Super happy that it's protected. Next is Shaq Jambalaya. This is when he decided to break ties with Kobe Bryant and the Lakers, and he basically said he's going to go out and do something else on his own, and he went to Miami Heat, traded there, and of course I wanted to get a few of his Miami Heat cards when he first did that, and this wasn't one of them. I know this is engraved very high, just the fact that it's hard to grade, you know, die cuts in general, the border, you know, the chipping, the type of paper. So it got a 7.5, and I'm okay with that because the cards are now protected. So these are hard to grade in general. I'm happy with it. This is the reason why I got that. But the card is just stunning. It does so much pop, like it just pops right there. You can see all the background there. It's just such crystal clear, and I like that about this Mint Authentication, and I'm so happy I did this. You know, I was so scared to do any grading. I was not looking forward to do it, and I'm glad I did this and trust, you know, our good friend Craig at Helmets and Hash Marks and his business with Mint Authentication. And I think in general, pulling this one and having him grade it was the best decision I ever did. This is one of the cards, the Grail Shaq rookie, I wanted to get protected. and it just pops, man. It's like awesome. I can't explain it in person. It's so cool looking. It did get a 9, which I was expecting a lower grade, honestly, just because I've had it so long. I didn't pull this card, but I did get it for a great price on eBay back in the day, a long time ago, like 2003, somewhere around there. It might have been 2002, somewhere around there is when I got this card. So it's just been in a folder, taken care of, and not touched as much. So I'm happy that it graded the way it did. It could have been worse, you know. So yeah, that's my Shaq grade reveal. Just a couple Shaqs for you. And I'm glad that I was able to share that with you guys. Shaq is one of my favorites, still is to this day. He's a great human being. He's also Sheriff Shaq. Yep, he's a lawman as well. So he also is co-owner of Papa John's. I mean, he's just all over the place. Great person, great human being. So Shaq.
With the 13th pick in the 1996 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Kobe Bryant from Lower Merion High School in Pennsylvania.
Next on my card reveal, unfortunately, I tried to send my Kobe Bryant autograph and it was rejected because miscut. So basically my options is to have someone either trim it a little bit or just leave it on like this. But if I was to get it trimmed, it basically is ungradable. It'll be just basically a card that is known for an auto, just like this Beckett. It just says authentic auto, autograph 10, whatever. That's all they can do with this one. So I am going to try to probably do that, just because the fact I really want this card to be protected with the signature. So unfortunately it won't be gradable, and I'm okay with that. It is on authentic auto. You can see the little skybox stamp there. It's authentic. Even Mint Authentication said it was authentic. So I'm pretty happy and stoked that it's real. I will tell the story when I do a Kobe Bryant reveal how and why I got this card. It's a good story. I want to share that later though. This is just a reveal. Just want to keep it, you know, pretty simple. And this next card, I am going to take out the plastic, just because I want to do a little story. I'm going to try to be careful as I can, because this is one of my favorite cards. Back in '96, you could pull like Topps Draft Redemption out of packs, and then when you fill out the information, you send it in, you get this card. It is the draft pick Draft Redemption from 1996-97 Topps of Kobe Bryant. This card I think should be valued a lot higher than what it is, just the fact that it's hard to get as it is, and they're really hard to grade. This one got a 9, which I'm okay with. The reason is because it does have print line and some surfacing issues, as you can see in the reason why. But the card is absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful, and we're going to leave him with the reveal in comparison with the other company. So we're going to show that one shortly. But yeah, those are the two Kobe Bryants I tried to get graded. One didn't pass, but the other one did. And I'm happy with that for now. I got tons of Kobe Bryants, so I definitely want to get a couple more Kobe Bryants and get them graded, because these are just great looking. They make my day. I'm so excited to have these cards. It's unreal. I didn't think I would ever like graded cards, but now I'm hooked. It is beautiful. And I thank you, Craig, and Mint Authentication crew for allowing such great looking cards and having a great looking display. And that's what it's about. But I'll share more of my comparisons and thoughts at the end of this video.
First pick in the 1997 NBA Draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Tim Duncan from Wake Forest University.
Next, we got one of my all-time favorites, and definitely my all-time favorite Spur, is Tim Duncan. This is also jambalaya, and you can see how the silver pops in the background of him. This card just makes it look so awesome in this grade card display. You know, it is just beautiful. I like the whole way it looks. It's crystal clear, and that's what I like. And this card did grade an 8.5, which did a little better than Shaq. This one has got a better, centering. The cut's a little bit better. It's just, again, this is the reason why it got the grade. It's a beautiful card. I'm happy to have this graded, and I can't wait to get more Tim Duncans covered and protected. And I'm going to keep doing that with Mint Authentication. Next, another story, another time when I do probably a Tim Duncan part 2. But I got to his auto, and I'll tell you the story later because I just want to reveal and share a little bit. But Tim Duncan autograph. Now, this one got a 6, which I kind of expected because this type of paper is really hard to grade. It chips. A lot of it, when I got this card, it literally went into a sleeve. As you see it, you can see chips and stuff out the side there. And then I just left it in a folder. But I did move a few times. I am very lucky to get some of my cards back after divorce. So there's some of them I still have, and I'm grading some. So that's the reason why. Mainly because of the edges, because it is this product in general, scoreboard is just hard to grade in general. Some of them you can find really good shape, but this one's really hard to find. And being a grade 10 auto is really awesome too, because Tim Duncan, I found out, smudges his autographs a lot, and this one isn't. So I'm happy to hear that. My all-time favorite. He was a great college player and a great NBA player. So that's my GOAT. He's my Spur, and that's my favorite player for the San Antonio Spurs. Then we got David Robinson and Wemby right next to him. But anyways, that is my small little Tim Duncan reveal, and I hope you're enjoying what I'm sharing right now. So thank you guys for checking that out. And my next player is
the second pick in the 1994 NBA draft. The Dallas Mavericks select Jason Kidd from the University of California.
That was the number one pick.
With the first pick in the 2000 NBA draft, the New Jersey Nets select Kenyon Martin from the University of Cincinnati.
This next card, Jason Kidd was one of my favorite basketball players, and Kenyon Martin was my other favorite player when I just was in high school. And I just really liked the name Kenyon for some reason. So when I had my second born, I named him Kenyon after Kenyon Martin. And this card is super rare. It's 11 of 25. That means there's only 25 of these. And it's a piece of wood, and it is absolutely beautiful on this slab. It graded a perfect 10 and a perfect 10 auto. I am super stoked about that. I'm actually shocked it graded as high as it did, just because these cards are hard, but they're hard to grade, honestly. And once I pulled this out of the box, it went straight to the sleeve and into a folder and was protected. I don't mess with them once I put them in the folder, but I'm glad, that they turned out as well as they did, because I did move a few times, and grade was so high it almost made perfect 400. Would have been cool, but I'm okay with this grade because having it since 2002, 2003 is when I got it. That's I think looks good for a 2002, 2003 UD honor roll signature class duels. But yeah. That was one of my favorite cards. I'm glad it's graded and protected because those two players are still my favorite. I still got a good collection. Fortunately, I lost my Jason Kidds, and I'll leave it at that. But, I can recollect. I at least have his autograph for starters. I do have a couple left of his, collection I used to have. Anyways, that was my little Jason Kidd
WNBA draft. With the first pick of the 2004 WNBA draft, the Phoenix Mercury select Diana Taurasi from the University of Connecticut. Washington District select next.
Next is, we're starting with my WNBA collection, and we're going to pull the GOAT. I was at Target and pulled a blaster out of there and got this card out of it, and it was the Monopoly Prism and got a Diana Taurasi. This card is numbered out of 25. Super great basketball player. She's the GOAT, and she is definitely the WNBA logo because of it. And 19 of 25. That's the grade. Almost got a perfect, and I did get a 10. I'm happy about that. This card just pops. It looks beautiful, and I'm happy to have it. It was one of my brother's favorite college players because she was about a UConn fan favorite. He was a huge fan of UConn men and women basketball. So I'm happy to get this graded because it reminds me of me and my brother, learning WNBA and the 90s when they first came out, late 90s, I guess. And Lisa Leslie and Rebecca Lobo, all those players came out. Cheryl Swoops, And then shortly after, 2004, we got her, and she changed the game. So that's Diana Taurasi. I really, really like that card, and I'm happy it's graded.
With the third pick in the 2023 WNBA Draft, the Dallas Wings select Maddie Segrist, Villanova University.
Maddie Segrist is definitely one of these cool players. She's really good. She was really good in college. She hasn't really hit her hype 100% in the WNBA, but I still root for her. I think she's got a lot of potential. She's definitely fun to watch. But this one did grade a 9, auto 10. And I think it's cool because it's green ink, whatever, marker, and it's just cool. And her auto got a 10 because she writes so well. It's so awesome. Great player. I'm rooting for her. And this is the reason why I got the grade way it did. 99, 95, 75, 98. Just pops in this slab. Pops. I'm telling you, you guys try it out. Send a couple cards there. This one I pulled from GameStop, and I was stunned. This is what got me to start looking into her as a player, and I realized she's actually not terrible at all. It's absolutely great. So there's this little autograph sticker there. It's a gold cracked ice, and it's out of 10, and it got a 10 out of 10. So we got the grade of a 10 with the card condition and 10 auto. Again, she's got a great signature. And that's the reason why she got the grade that she got. And that is out of 10. It just pops. That's another thing too, is if you're looking for numbers, you can actually see it crystal clear. There's no hesitation to see the numbers, as you can see with the cloudiness of PSA and other products. But yeah, that was Maddie Segrist. Definitely one of my favorite WNBA players. I'm happy to have those protected for the rest of the life. So at least my life. I'm not sure who's going to get my card collection when I'm gone, but you know what? There's going to be thousands of dollars, hopefully for somebody in my family to take over one day. Because I plan to just get a lot of these cards graded and just be a collector like I've been since 1990. So.
With the first pick in the 2024 WNBA Draft, the Indiana Fever select Caitlin Clark, University of Iowa.
Next, another good player. I think we're going to have a great career and watch Caitlin Clark succeed in the WNBA. But this one I did pull from Target as well, and I think it's a beautiful card. It got a 9.5, meaning there's some... I looked at it closer after I saw the grade, reason why. Surface. And yeah, I see some print lines. You can see them go down. Yeah, there's a little bit of scratches and stuff, but it was mostly because of the machine that it went, so you can kind of see the lines there. But other than that, 9.5 is okay, because I also like that it's 9.5 because it's between 9 and 10. Makes the card a little bit more valuable than a 9, you know what I mean? So I like the grading system that way. BGS does that, and I've seen a little bit of PSA, but not as much. So I know there's a lot of haters that I absolutely don't like that, but I think you got to think of it as it's going to be worth a little bit more than a 9. So if you don't think of it that way, then there's definitely something wrong about grading cards, because I like the idea and I think it's a perfect idea, and I like that Mint Authentication is doing the same thing. So we got the next one, the green, with their green shoes, color match. Absolutely good looking card. And I pulled this one also in a blaster, couldn't believe it. And it got a 10, which I'm cool with. Card is awesome. That's the reason why I got the score there. It just pops, you know, the shoes pop with the green. It's so cool. It's a great looking rookie card, and I'm happy to have that graded. And next we got a cracked ice prism rookie of Caitlin Clark. Also a nice looking card. I just like how the cracked eye pops. The cracked ice just pops, man. It looks like it's breaking everywhere. And that's because this slab itself just magnifies the whole card, and it just makes the card look so awesome. That's the reason why I got that, and it did get a perfect 10. So it's not perfect, but you know, almost 98, 99, 100, 100. So it's a definitely nice card, and I'm happy that it graded as high as it did. And that was my Caitlin Clark collection.
With the 7th pick in the 2024 WNBA Draft, the Chicago Sky select Angel Reese, LSU.
And next is my absolutely favorite WNBA player. She's fun to watch. I like her attitude. She kind of has that Dennis Rodman vibe in the WNBA. And I just like everything about her. She's absolutely stunning, and watching her just... she does do some stupid things on the court. I admit that. She's not perfect. We're all human. And a lefty, of all things. We got Angel Reese. Absolutely awesome card. I do have doubles of this card. I thought I chose the best one. I did get a 9. I think that's still a good grade for these cards. This is the blue laser, and it's just a reason why I got a ding on there at a 70, because of the surface on the back, of all things. You can kind of see it there. I didn't notice it. But when you go and put this number in there, it'll tell you the exact location why it got graded. You know, it says surface, yes. You go and scan either this or your little QR code, you'll find out the reasons to read where the damage is and everything. I think that's cool. It's all there digitally. You don't have paper. You don't have to have the losing paper, you know, in general. The next one, I think this is cool. Just to show you, they got the Angel Reese cracked ice as well. And of course, you know, the two rivals. I got these two on purpose like that because these cards are absolutely stunning and great looking cards, and I thought they would definitely be worth it. So yes, I got a 10 here and a 10 there. Angel Reese got a 10 as well. So super stoked. Such a great looking card. I'm happy to have the pair. The Nemesis, or however you want to call it, it graded just as high. So it's a beautiful card. Love the cracked ice look, and the way this is slabbed makes the card look even better. So it's so cool. It makes my day. I mean, I've never enjoyed graded cards as much as I see now. So last but not least, and I'm going to take this one out, it's Protector, because I wanted to show you how lucky this card I got in my collection, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's the Angel Reese draft pick rookie card from Select, and it's the blue prism with the blue signature on the sticker, of course. But the card pops so well when you take off the protector and you see the card itself. You can see her smiling, happy, her whole life's changing. Just awesome. And then 10 out of 10. Gem Mint 10, Auto 10. She does have a unique autograph, and it kind of looks like Allen Iverson in a way, but Angel Reese. This is the reason why I got the grade. It's pretty cool. I'm really shocked. You know, it's how hard this looks in this slab. 14 out of 49. It just, you could see it crystal clear. It's like that's one thing I like about this. You can see the numbers so clearly, and it magnifies it almost, and you can see it on camera right in your face. It doesn't do any justice what I'm talking about. So, but anyways, put some Kobe there. So that is definitely my reveal for the WNBA and Angel Reese. Hope you guys like that card. In general, it's definitely my favorite card in my WNBA collection. So I'm just so giddy and happy about this. I can't explain it. Now I would like to explain my review. I'm going to take this card out of it because it's in a PSA slab, and we're going to compare. Now this is day and night for me. We're going to use Kobe Bryant, and we're going to use Wemby, the alien freak, and one of my favorite players right now. The card's very similar for way the card looks. Which one do you think has the most shine? Kobe Bryant for sure. It's crystal clear compared to PSA. See how foggy it looks compared to him? That's one thing I notice. My card pops for display. This one, it's still cool, but it doesn't have the eye candy as the Kobe Bryant. I'm not a fan of the red border, and a lot of people are, and I just don't like it. Just doesn't look like a high-end card. I don't understand why PSA is such a big deal for people with ugly presentation. You want it back, why did they need two logos? It's just weird to me. Why do you want to waste all that space for two logos? You go on the back of this, has one logo and a QR code just like this side, but it shows you the grade reason why you got it. Makes more sense than having two logos. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to dog PSA too much because they are valuable to valuable to other people, and I don't want to sit here and try to make them mad at me for saying this, but at the end of the day, you should give this guy a chance. This Kobe Bryant, the way it's slabbed, Mint Authentication, 100 times better presentation than PSA. And I know they got a good registry and all that stuff like that, and that's cool, and there's a lot of people just do it for the money, and that's why they keep using PSA, and I get that. But if you're not, why not just go with these guys? There's no problem. If you're a card collector like me, it's no big deal. And I chose some big cards because I'm going to stick with this company and grade more cards because I have faith in this company that it's going to take off and launch well. And the cards are just way better than the Wemby and the PSA. And this card, if it was in this slab, this card would pop. It would just pop just as good as Kobe. So, in my opinion, Kobe off of that one. And you can kind of compare it to the other Kobe, which I have a protector on here, so don't do any justice, but you can see, just ugly presentation. I chose the 8 because Kobe Bryant wears the number 8, so that's why I bought it that way. But I just don't get to understand why there's double logos at PSA. I like the chrome part of it, but I don't like that there's two on the back. It's just weird to me. Why would you do that? So next I'm going to pull this one off. Beckett, my all-time favorite as a kid, and I still like it to this day. Unfortunately, I bought this. It's been in many hands, so I'm pretty sure if I would have got it from Beckett, it would be in better shape than it is. But I really enjoy the presentation. It's not crystal clear, as you see, Angel Reese. This is just a regular prism, but it still pops a lot more. It's still clear more than BGS, Beckett, however you want to call them. PSA owns the brand, I know that, I'm aware, but at the end of the day, I like this, and I don't mind the thickness. Some people do. That's cool. It's your choice how you want to display it. Reason why I like them to be thicker, because they display better. You can have them against something and they're just fine. I mean, you can do the same thing with PSA, but they seem to slip a little bit, and that's why I like to use these as a display for the most part, because they're thicker. But if you're not doing that, I get it. I like Beckett. I really like that they do the clear B, and I like that they do the same concept as Mint Authentication. And you can see the surfaces, all that stuff, all the stuff like that. Turn around. I really like that they use the steel plate. Makes it luxury looking. And that's what I always thought about it when I used to get a Beckett magazine growing up. You see these in there, you're like, what the heck is grading cards? And then they show you the information and they just look high end. That's why I like this brand. And I will still continue to use these occasionally. I know PSA owns them, and that's the bummer part. But I still like their display and their presentation better than PSA. At the end of the day, I like Beckett over PSA. At the end of the day, I still like Mint Authentication quite a bit. You'll see more of these in a slab than you will of these, but I still want to get a couple of these slabs. So any doubles I have, I'll probably send to get Beckett a try. Really like that. You can also stack Beckett. They got 2 cards. There's 2 Becketts. They stack well together because they're Beckett, but you can't stack them with PSA or Mint Authentication as well. They stack pretty well together. I messed up too much, but they stack. Every company stacks, just like PSA, they stack as well. But you can't stack them together. They're all slightly different, but they're the same size in comparison. They're just the same size, but they're foggy looking compared. It's awesome. All in all, you'll see me be doing more with Mint Authentication. I will always have BGS Beckett in my heart. They're going to stick with me because it's been my childhood and it's hard to just let go. So I also just picked up an Allen Iverson in Beckett Upper Deck SP. And it's just something I like to do occasionally. It wasn't an expensive card. I just decided to get it to add to my collection is all. But I do have Allen Iverson cards that I want to send to Mint Authentication to get graded just like this one. And other cards. And if I were you guys, give them a try. I suggest you definitely give them a try because they're honest. They tell everything they see and find on the card. And they're hardworking. I got a good fast turnaround. It wasn't, months and months, They work hard to try to get you the card back after you, submit it. So, and I like how honest they are. They grade the autos perfectly how they're supposed to be graded, you go and you scan the card and it'll tell you a story where the damage is and why it graded the way it did. I think that's awesome. That's what I mean by the stories. They tell you what's wrong with the card and why it got graded that way. So all in all, that is my review. Displaying Mr. Kobe and displaying Mr. Wemby. Definitely pops. Wemby, it pops, but it's not as crystal clear popping, cracking like Kobe over there. So thank you guys for checking it out. What a fun turnaround this was. Got football cards coming soon. That'll be a reveal. We're going to do it a little different than you saw here. We're going to do a blind one on that one. So whatever happens in that, you'll be surprised as I am. I wanted to do the players in here on purpose just to show and kind of describe what I'm feeling with it. So all in all, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. Anybody that's watched as long as you did, I appreciate it. It is hard to get people to watch your videos, but these guys are definitely worth a watch and definitely worth grading cards with Mint Authentication. So thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. Bye.